Hello everyone and welcome to our highlights show, day 2. I'm your host Nazi Paikidze and I'm here with two grandmasters, Yasser Seirawan and Peter Svidler.
Nazi, it was wonderful, Peter. It was a great day.
Let's start with the standings. After day 2, we have a sole leader and it's Fabiano Caruana with 10 points. Sharing second are two Americans, Levon, Aronian and Wesley So with 8 points. And in clear fourth, it's Maxima Shelagraf.
Yeah. Starting out with a bang was Sam Shankland. He had lost his first 3 games, but then he got a moment in game 4 to play against the world champion Gukesh. He played terrific. Have a look.
Basically, you know that the correct move probably is long castles, as long as it doesn't blunder some tactics on the queen side. So you absolutely begin by trying to calculate long castles. And the calculations there don't appear to be unmanageable. Okay. And Sam is really one of the cleanest calculators around. He's worked very, very hard on his sort of puzzle solving and just general calculating ability.
Absolutely, but the only thing is that because he started with 3
zeros, there it is.
The confidence.
There it is. Yeah, long castles played onto the board.
Right.
He should be good from here. Obviously, I don't want any jinx, but so far this is a very nicely played game.
And for those of you who are joining us late, welcome. We are looking at the game of Sam Shankland, who started day 1 terribly.
Wait, is he looking for rook g1?
And he is up against the world champion Gukesh, and he is
rook g1 is even stronger actually. Rook g1 is
rook e1, rook ge1.
Yeah, I saw him reaching for a rook, and I got spooked there for a second. But it's actually even a cleaner move than knight e6 check.
You're threatening queen d7 mate.
Yes.
Yeah, and Sam Shankland, he has come well prepared, caught the world champion in a Philidor, and currently has a winning position, and he's played the move rook h1, de1.
Threatening mate in 1.
Mate in 1.
And now rook c6. Or knight b6.
Knight b6.
Yeah, and I think we'll see the resignation.
Thank you. Bravo, Sam.
Yeah. Very energetic handshake there.
Yeah, by the way, you see Sam setting up the pieces. Let's go. Now I feel it. But Peter, it was Fabi's day.
Absolutely,
as well.
and another way to look at it was to say that Sam's comeback was sort of short-lived, because in round 5 he met Fabi, and Fabi introduced kind of a everything new is a well-forgotten old idea, and this was very much a line I used to play 35 years ago. Fabi breathing new life into something that is very, very well forgotten, and Sam not dealing with it particularly well, which led to Fabi's convincing victory.
Shall we hearing that Fabi has a big advantage, so let's check.
Sam. Now again, this is one of the Najdorf F4 Najdorf variations, the so-called Amsterdam variation.
We learned something
I
new today.
didn't know. I mean, I just love where the names of these openings come from. But in the last few moves, I must say, I really like what Fabi has achieved. First of all, handsome bishop, right? Bishop on
Very
d5.
handsome, yes.
Yeah, this rook on, we've sacrificed the b pawn. We might as well try to exploit the b file. Queen g3 is coming with a tempo.
He's kind of playing all over the board. He's controlling the center. He's also moving the pieces on the king side. Rook is also working on the queen side.
Right.
It's looking really good for Fabi.
Rook b7, knight takes d4, which has been played. C takes d4, bishop h4.
Bishop h4.
Yeah, it's no longer relevant. Let's get to the game.
We have a big blunder alert.
I think I even maybe know what he missed.
Well,
let's show it.
I'm focusing here. I'm looking at queen b3.
Queen a3 is strongest.
Queen a3.
Well, we want to attack it and win the pawn on d6.
That's a good point.
It's not really that shocking. Queen f6. Okay. And if we had time, I wanted to give you like a minute here and to give you like 10 guesses as to what my screen was telling me the best move is.
10 guesses.
Well, because there's 10 guesses, I'm going to start naming ridiculous moves. King g1. I got it.
That's why you get the big bucks. Bravo, Nazi. King G1.
King G1.
What's wrong with you? Blundering D4.
Yeah. And the reason I was so stricken by it is that Black is seemingly threatening queen takes D4, and we're making it into a check. We're making it into a check.
Yeah. And for those of you who are just joining us, you're playing catch-up to a really nicely played game between Fabiano and Sam Shankland in mainline Najdorf, the Amsterdam variation, which is an early f4. Fabi sacrificed a pawn. got, I want to just say, this dynamic play for it and has steered the game beautifully to a winning attack.
This was the critical moment when he went bishop f7,
Exactly.
king h8, and then followed up with another beautiful move, bishop h5.
Yeah. And should he win this game, and it looks like he is going to, he will be tied for first with Levon after 5 rounds. Bishop c4.
Yeah, queen g6. I don't know why this is being played out.
What?
If you remove the pawn from g2, I think it's still over.
Yeah, Sam said, well done. Well done.
And the battle of the day was another Fabi's win against Levon. Going into this round, they were co-leading for first place.
Right.
Very important match. And they both played a very good game, but in the very end, Levon got in big time trouble. With 1 second, he made a big blunder and then just lost in 3 moves. Take a look.
The engine very much favors for white. But yeah,
H6
it's a massively messy position, and they blitzed out the first 15.
And then they stopped.
Yeah, it's now move 19. They both burned through about 10 minutes on the clock. Very understandably, very
Right.
difficult to play for, I think, both players.
So you have bishop d3 and you have g5. Well, if you gave me the choice, I would go
G5,
for
right?
bishop to d3, developing
I was
a
going
piece.
for g5 because I love my knight on e5. I don't want it to get kicked out.
You might be combining them anyway, regardless. Like if you play bishop d3, for some reason it starts with rook g8 and not long castles. I guess allowing f5 there is not great, so rook g8 stops f5 because we have the x-ray along the g file, and it goes g5 anyway. So it's
Now we get the g5.
it's actually
No more rook
difficult for
f4.
white. It's
like
difficult
that
for
one.
white to do entirely without the move g4, g5 here. So
Gotcha.
we might see it anyway.
And for those of you who just joined us, first of all, shame on you for joining us late. We are watching a fight for first as the two players, Fabi and Levon, who are clear of the field, duke it out. And we have a very nice Rogozin, very chaotic game. And it's still quite imbalanced.
Still
And we're
playing
still
for
unsure.
3 results.
3 results. What was the inclusion of the move rook e7?
10 seconds for Levon.
Good.
Going down to 6, 5,
5?
3.
Only move rook GG8.
I think he just, oh my
B5.
God, just made it with 1 second.
1 second.
But not
Rook f7.
not a good move though. Yeah.
Bishop e6.
And now rook a7 or rook b7 are completely
Ooh.
winning.
Rook a7. And then we've got these well-known check and d7.
Is it just game over?
Yep.
It is just game over. Yeah.
Yep. Rook a7 or rook b7. Either square, he's done it. 1 second.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Does Levon have a couple of checks?
Rook f8 check, king e1,
King e2, e3.
e2, e3.
e2, e3 is fine.
He's done it. Rook check. This will be the spike check. Rook g2, king e3, no more checks.
Yeah, you can go bishop g4, but then after king g2,
He's done that
yeah,
one.
king g2, rook f2, king e1, checks are over, and then rook h8 mate comes in, and
We've got
that
this
is kind of a
big-
stronger threat.
big threat of check. Bishop blocks d7. That's Fabi's winning method. King d2.
Even king d2, c1, honestly, just run. Although probably not putting yourself in a situation where rook g1 mate is a threat.
No,
is a better,
no. I like your
better
king
move.
e3 a lot better. Bishop c8.
But now just d7.
d7. d7. That's
Yep.
it.
That
That's
wins
it.
the material.
No coming back from this one.
I guess he'll give one more check maybe on the second rank.
Yeah, and Levon knows.
He resigned. Wow.
Bravo, Fabi.
Big
Wow.
win for Fabi.
Absolutely.
Very important result.
Goes
yeah.
in clear first now after this win.
Yeah. That was dramatic indeed. But Peter, Wesley hiccuped a little bit in his attack, but still landed the blow.
This is a game from round 6 where Wesley on the white side played another very old school Sicilian against Grigore Oparin. And the position looks kind of quiet, but actually Black's king side is under tremendous pressure already, and you have to play very precisely, which Grigori didn't really do. He played queen d8 here, which is a move is kind of topical and is good in some positions, just not in this one, because after queen h3, a very strong idea of bishop takes f6 followed by e4, e5 creates very strong threats against the black king side. g6 understandable move, but not a good one. And now black is in a bind because you had to play a 5e5. A very beautiful variation would have been g takes f5, and now a very, very striking move, knight c3, d5, crushing through in the center, trying to get to the h7 pawn. But after e5, bishop e3, we thought Wesley will cruise. And it wasn't really all that clear at all. Bishop c6, bishop h6, rook e8. First position in which knight d5 is very strong, but Wesley didn't really want to make that move at all. Instead, he played queen f3. An understandable decision, kind of pinning the knight to the f6 square, because you don't want to allow the queen to f7. Grigori played rook b7. Once again, play knight d5 here. You're much, much better. Instead, Wesley goes g4. He told us in an interview here in the studio that he missed the idea of king g8. King h8 with the idea of knight g8. Once again, play knight d5. You're still much better. No. Wesley goes back to h3, and now it's just a new game. Rook g8 would have been interesting. Knight g8 that Grigori played also leads to a pretty unclear position. But they both had very, very little time, and a series of mistakes from both sides happened here. Grigori played knight h6. In response, h4 with the idea of meeting queen takes with rook h3, and queen h2 was winning on the spot. But Wesley told us he didn't see queen h2. He saw the idea of h4, but he didn't see queen h2. After rook g3, black is back in the game. Black played f6. F takes g6 is probably unnecessary, but that really lets black back into the game. And then we get to a position where we're one move away from the end of the game, and black is completely fine, more or less. If you play queen f4, it looks like a strange square for the queen to be on, but there is no way to catch it. If you play knight g2, I will put it back on g5. Right. But Grigori, who was very, very short on time, played queen h6, completely missing the idea of g4, g5, and now suddenly you do run out of squares. The queen on h6 gets picked up, and he just resigned after g5, so Wesley ends the day on a win.
Thank you, Peter. And a real roller coaster ride also in round 6 featured Sam Shankland in MVL. It seemed like a hot potato. At first, Sam was much better, and then it was MVL. MVL was winning, and then Sam was much better, and then it turned back into MVL's favor. It was a really, real crazy roller coaster ride. Like I said, have a look at the video.
I heard that Sam Shankland made a blunder and he's no longer better.
Yeah, it's a bit unfair to call it a blunder, but it's a massive mistake, yeah.
Okay, we left it. We didn't understand why Sam didn't jump on the f5
square. Hang on. Okay, now it is, yeah. Now it is a blunder.
Okay, so far everything looked natural.
Yeah, and a very, very big mistake came exactly here. Actually, knight d5, even though it looks natural, rook takes d8 followed by h3. The engine was giving white a massive advantage. Just put, if we go one step back, we take on d8, black takes with the rook. We go h3, we kick it all the way back to c8, I assume.
Yeah.
And I think the engine was also making a very cute little move, knight c3, e2, maybe getting it over to f4. What, like every single white piece is just better than every single black piece. It's incredibly unpleasant to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incredibly unpleasant to play. Instead, he played knight d5, which drops the advantage to about 0.20 from like 1.2. And then I think
bishop d4, he missed that, but that's
but then his reaction also, he kind of it threw him so much that he played queen c4, and he is now just much worse. Breaking news, guys.
Yes.
MVL is about to lose that exchange up position, or very possibly.
What? How on earth did Sam fight his way to? I'm going to switch.
So after queen e5, Sam did play bishop f7 and queen g4, and here, if you just kick away the knight from f5, you go g6 here, because if it gets to h6, it will get captured, or at the very least, your position gets so ruined that basically you can absolutely invest one more pawn in just getting the queens off the board and then starting to collect the queen side.
Right.
Instead, the knight got established on f5. Then white got to play h4, h5, and this suddenly doesn't even look all that bad. But black is, of course, still not worse. And then suddenly, in this position, instead of playing b takes c5 with a roughly equal position, MVL took with a rook. And now the e-pawn is going to be on e7 in 3 moves time.
And the knight on f5 is going to be protecting it all the way to e7. Oh my.
Maybe he thought he's in time with something like this to make a draw, but this is not a draw.
Then should be it, just few moves away from resignation.
And for I don't know if you realize this, it was just huge swings that were happening in this game. Like Sam was just winning.
I didn't
10
see
moves ago.
I didn't see anything that happened.
Just winning.
Yeah, he was down in exchange, but his knight was much better than the rook, and he had pawn on e6. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the pawn was going to e7.
Not much remains of that.
No.
How much things have changed.
h4 sets up rook g3 check. Never mind that the pawn is actually going for coronation.
We
and
have resignation.
Sam is just like, what have I done? There was a knight on f5 and everything was good.
And let's have a look at one more time at the final standings after 6 rapid rounds. We have a sole leader, Fabiano Caruana, with 10 points. Sharing second are 2 players, Levon, Aronian, and Wesley So. And in clear fourth, it's MVL.
It's been a very, very entertaining tournament so far. We can't wait for the third and final round of Rapids. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.